Evening tubers, KingGrimlock back for another Grimgram, and first off, as ever, a little bit of housekeeping. I'll be continuing on with my viewers' requests. Every time I try and say something there, I keep getting it wrong and I have no idea what I'm actually trying to say. The request section, shall we call it that? So again, apologies to any new subscribers if your name is not on the back wall. These are all recorded in a short space of time. You know, just to get them done, basically, because I'm on holiday and I have time to do them, which is always nice. Yeah, so pre-AA, post-AA, pre-post, post-pre, post, not something you want to mess up when you're talking to transsexuals. Post-AA, there will be more, it'll be updated, I'll do new videos. Well, all of these will go up before AA, so. So, onto it. Today's, or this, request is from the Korean dude, and is, of course, his link will be up here somewhere, is, of course, animated Swoop, one of the 3 Dinobots, and you know what, I love the Dinobots, I always have done, hence the name KingGrimlock, but I really enjoyed the animated portrayal of them. I wish they'd have been able to give more character to Swoop and Snarl, Slag, because they deserved it. Basically, they didn't really do much. Only Grimlock even got a voice, and it was a real shame that they didn't get more airtime, and the airtime that wasn't just them being beaten up or used as slaves by Black Arachnia. You know, they didn't get much, and when they did, it was good. It was entertaining, but there wasn't enough of it really. But Swoop, never a great toy in my eyes. The Generation 1 one was okay, but then again, most Generation 1 was just okay. He's never really appealed. He's not got the same, because he's more the smaller, less bulky, less scary looking of them. He is a pterodon, pterosaur. Mikey, correct me. He doesn't have the same appeal as the rest of the Dinobots did for me as a kid, especially. Yet this version of him, this toy, is really, really nice. There isn't too much to it. There isn't much to the transformation. There isn't much to the actual figure, but it's really well done. Nothing goes to waste in this mode at all. Everything fits. He is a perfect pterosaur, pterodon, whatever. It evokes the original G1 idea, as most of animated did, while also giving it the animated aesthetic, and just looks comfortable while doing it. It's not overly articulated in this mode. I mean, the legs obviously are for posability, and the head can move about, and the jaw can open. But there's nothing in the wings really. You can't really give him there isn't a flap mechanic as some of the other ones have had in the past. But he looks nice. He looks good. Nice detail, beautiful cybernetic detail across the back of the wings. I love that. Shame that these areas have obviously just been hollowed out to save money, rather than having a full plastic piece there, a solid plastic. That sort of thing, a little detail like that. It's always a bit of a shame, actually. Paint apps, though, are superb. We've got lovely metallic blues, gold, or yellowy gold plastic, metallic on there, and a really bold red paint on the head. Really nice, that is. He is very metallic. He has a lovely shimmer to him. As ever, what would Takara do with him? I don't own it. Someone probably will tell me who does. But I can't see them improving too much on the paint scheme anyway. But let's have a good look at Swoop in his robot mode. So we have Swoop in his rather spectacular robot mode. I think I say that about every animated character, to be honest. He does look magnificent. I really do love him. Bloody great weapon. I've never understood the point in giving him this ball mace, this flaming mace. His depiction in Maximum Dinobots, the IDW series, was as a ninja almost. He was a really elegant, really dangerous. You'd expect him to use knives. He uses his wings as swords, or the edges of them as blades. And this is really just incongruous to the character, that he has this bloody great flaming mace. It just doesn't make any sense. For some reason, it looks good with him as a figure, and he's got excellent strength, so he can actually hold it upright. But it doesn't work with the character in my eyes. It's really weird. Anyway, let's get rid of it. You've seen that now. Let's get rid of it. So Swoop, what have I done with him? Really, for the transformation, all you do is unplug the arms, turn the waist around, and stretch the legs out, and put the head down, and move the shoulders up. That's about it. It's a really simple transformation, but it is quite effective. It almost changed the dynamic because you've gone from this quite wide, stocky pterosaur mode with the wide splayed wings to have him taken in and into this narrow, as say, very elegant samurai ninja-esque kind of character. It really works. It looks lovely. I wish they'd have had a chance to explore this guy's character in animated. They could have really made him part of the, I don't know, I suppose it was created on Earth, but part of the jazz, Yokotron, other ninja, Prowl, that's the one I'm thinking of, Colt, because he would have just fitted it, stand up, he would have fitted in quite nicely. As I've just displayed there, this red paint, when rubbed against anything, rubs off. Yeah, not great. But what we get with the face, a fantastic head sculpt, beautiful face, really representing the animated model again. Always does with animated, never fails to impress. More metallic paint, more blues and the golds and that lovely red, just topping them off. Shame you can't do much with the crest. Tiny little neck, he's so spindly. I love the way his wings go back. There isn't much you could actually do with them, but they've sort of put them back into this cloak, into this cape, and it tucks in quite nicely. It does have this fold on the side there that you can sort of bring them around to the side. But I don't know if they're supposed to use that in the alt mode or not, but it just doesn't. Doesn't really. Leave it as a cloak. Cloak looks nice. Cloak looks nice. There isn't too much to say other than he's beautifully articulated because he's on various ball joints and to get him from one mode to the other, double jointed knees. You can't really do much about turning them around or anything, so he doesn't really have a backwards knee bend as a normal figure would. But good stance, good feet. Everything about him is good. He's never going to be a winner. He's never going to be your top character from anime because he didn't have a character. He's never going to be your favourite toy. Pretty much for the same reasons as well. There is everything right about him, very little wrong. You're not getting much for your money because he is so spindly, but what you do get is a hugely posable, playable little bot. I actually prefer him in this mode to his pterosaur mode, which is a shame because I like the other two in the dino modes. So you can't, if you're going to display him as a trio. Then again, I suppose in G1 he was always robot mode when the others were in dino mode. When he was, yeah, whatever. Anyway, yeah, that's Swoop.